Hi and welcome back, and in this section we'll be looking at how to use analytics data to improve business functions. Now, the first lecture within this section we come to is effectively analysing data on landing and exit pages. Now, these are very important. So as I've mentioned before, landing pages is the first site or the first page on your website that your users will see. So it's very important to make a good first impression, as anything that the customer won't like will make them exit your website and they probably won't come back. And we move on to exit pages, which effectively the landing page would turn into an exit page, as that is the last page on your website that they will see before they exit your site completely, and again they won't come back. So this is just to delve into those two particular functions deeper and see what sort of business decisions you can make on them in new AdWords targeting, sort of relevant users and so on. So for this particular section, I'm in my own test account just to get some relevant information from that. And the first section you come to is behavior on the left hand side, and then you go into site content, and then firstly we come to landing pages. Scroll down so you can see all of these. Okay, so here you can see a great amount of data on the landing page statistics. This is the first page that the users enter your website on. So as a paid ads took the audience direct to the product page, then in my particular store or test store, these make up the majority of the landing pages, the actual product page. So I mean, the majority of the customers aren't coming in through the home page or the collection page or some other about us page. But you'll find in most e-commerce stores, if you're running ads, the landing page will be a specific product page. So you can see certain products have much better session duration, marginal better conversions. So as you can see, again, you have the columns that you're probably familiar with by now: transactions, revenue, and e-commerce conversion rate. So you can see not the best, but you want to pick out ones that have, firstly, decent amount of sessions on the left, and obviously again the volumes are low, you want a lot bigger number of volumes. So something that has decent number of sessions and has a good sort of conversion rate. And so this basically is the first page that customers come into your store on. So you can see average session duration is also very important. So the first particular page they're on, I mean, yeah, this is all linked back to the previous page that you were looking at with the duration 0 to 10 second segments and the other segments. So a lot of these low session durations will fall into the 0 to 10 second segment, or the one 10 to 20 seconds and so on, because it's very low. Either the product wasn't to their liking, the product page itself, the ad copy, the text, it just didn't jump out at them. It sounded too maybe generic, or it didn't sound credible to them. It didn't sort of make it look like an established website. I mean, that's the last thing you want, to make it look like it's some sort of a scam, like too good to be true, or there's just not enough data on your website. There's not enough trust badges. Just like there's so many number of things that might cause a customer within 10 seconds to exit that page. So they were only on this page for, like, some of them, the average is like 8 seconds there. So that's not very good at all. So you'll see in the next screen that I show you that what the result is of that. If it's very low, then most likely they're exiting your website. It's very doubtful that they'll view this product for a few seconds but still want to go into the rest of your store. It normally doesn't work like that. So if you just look at a few of these, and some of them are not too bad, there's like 40 seconds there. There's 1 minute there. So even though there's no sales on that, but it's just to show you this particular column. So that's not too bad, 1 minute there. So this basically gives you a lot of information on this particular, on this landing page. So shows you which products you want to focus on more. So the ones with decent session duration, and if you had good conversion, then what you want to do is focus on those products more, making tweaks and changes that will have a positive impact on your conversions and revenue and your session duration. Now, as I mentioned, just as important as the landing page is the exit pages. Okay, so let's scroll that down so you can see that. So on here, this is the last page on your website your users were on before they left your site completely. So this means something about that certain page has no interest at all for the user, that they have no interest to even browse other pages. So you want to look at these pages and see what you can do to improve these statistics. So this section doesn't have many columns, as you can see there's only 3 there. But the ones shown are all you need. So you have total number of exits, total page views, and exits as a percentage of page views. So if you look closely, you'll notice a correlation with the pages that have high percentage of exits and also low session durations when looking at this product on landing page data. So as I just mentioned, if I pick out a certain product, so this here has a very high exit ratio or percentage rate, which isn't good at all. So if you go to the landing page, you'll see that that same particular product will no doubt have a very small session duration, and yeah, it's this one here. So that's the one I was looking at earlier. So that's 8 seconds. So there you see the result of that. So because they were only on that for 8 seconds, it's caused them not only to obviously move on to something else and not really properly look at that product, but they've exited your complete website, which is the last thing you want. I mean, that person probably, well, the majority of those people probably wouldn't have come back and thus never became repeat visitors or returning visitors, which is overall, as I mentioned, bad, because they're the ones that are going to be giving you most of their revenue. So so this means so it's super important to make changes on this particular page, as I mentioned already. On the other hand, if you're running adverts to a particular product page, you may choose to cut your losses and not release any more ads to these products. So this particular product, if you felt that it was just the product itself, you may have saw reviews coming back, people that have bought it and they said, the product is really bad. So you may choose not to run any more adverts to this product. So it might not be your actual copy, your ad copy, or your product page, or your price, your image, or so on. It just might be the product itself. So just be aware of these type of things. You can also see certain products where the percentage of X are low. So there's potential here. So you can see, so this product here is only 33%, the exit rate, which is good. So as I said, there's potential here, and you want to focus on these particular pages more. So this will translate to a longer session time per user on your site, which means more chance of turning the users into return visitors, as I've said many times. And this is where you will make the majority of your sales from. Okay, so I hope this lecture was worthwhile to you. So we looked at landing and exit pages and how you can take relevant information from those. Okay, so that's the end of this lecture, and I will see you shortly.